start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Direct snap. Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's all stopped. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the direct snap, it's all stopped.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
On the snap, it's all stopped. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Tight end now in motion. On the direct snap, it's all stopped. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's all stopped. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Sends it back in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat. They give up a big play.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback sneak trying to get a push. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
Back has it. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it first and 10. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Might be looking to run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Caught close to the marker. It's Boston. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throwing on the run. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Jordan. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. Haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Going for it all. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can flip the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Boston. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out route. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Got room to work. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Great job by the back on the option. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Jordan. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snap. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Plows through the defense. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Has the lead, and they're just trying run the football to run this clock out, but the defense able to knock it out.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. You know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Volunteers will punt it away on fourth down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And it'll be down right there.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down on the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Quickly complete. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Snap it to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Oregon. They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Look out, he's got room. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Jordan. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Finding open areas. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, It's Jordan. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Both of these offenses sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
And it's frustrating because you want to make...
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On the snap, it's Jordan. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a 4th down. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the 1st down. They might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. He's in open space downfield. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. Oh, just plowing ahead. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown ball! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 72 yards, and man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Tracy. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Extra DBs on the field to defend the pass. On the run, it's Bettis. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He makes a catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
And the Buckeyes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on second down. Wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
It's really early in the game.
this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Finding an escape route. There he goes. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Snap to the back. Creates a little room. Picks up the first down. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Running to Green. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a...
Headed to the end zone, and he wants it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one establishing the run. Guys, they didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. And this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
They'll line up to go for 2. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To throw, it's Hurts. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Finds space on the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. to pass. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with a running game on 3rd down? Using his feet. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown time!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
So they chose to just go ahead and kick it, so they're still down by 1. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Jordan. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jordan.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll move the tight end. Direct snap. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
The quarterback sneaks it ahead.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted. Like, it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop. But nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They come flying in there, making the stop. But a nice stop by this defense, expecting the quarterback sneak.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, on 4th down, on the final play of the first half, I think everybody in this building expected them to kick a field goal. Instead, they decide to get aggressive, and not just that, they don't even throw it, they run it. What a great job out in the open field. He's able to score a touchdown, and he gives his team the lead.
This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. The Vols will kick it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes.
Oh, a lot of space. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He loped.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Send the tight end in motion. Snap to the back. Creates a little space. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat. Still short of the first down marker. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap.
I'll tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers. And then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Slithers into space.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's being taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here.
It's crazy. Football's simple, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction. It just always changes.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Snap to the back. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it, and some room to work. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Tight end now in motion. Direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll turn to the wildcat to keep this drive alive. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Looking to convert, they'll go to the wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. And this wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. And now they've taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Big time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hurts. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I like it. Very smart defense. Understanding the clock. Understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep. Breaking on the football. Making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Floating away. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Running into the open space. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the wildcat. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Jordan. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him.
He's going for the goal line. And he crosses the goal line for the big touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
Snap to the back. Into the end zone he goes. 2-point conversion is good, and the lead stands at 11. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw, it's Hurts. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Tonight it's Tennessee who will celebrate its victory throughout the Volunteer State as they have turned back the tide to lay claim to this rivalry once again. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. This one started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sanders. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Finds a little space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Oh, better look out. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Here's a heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. He's got it inside the 25. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for you.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. Smash smashes him with the stiff arm. He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down.
And the fullbacks, usually you're typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give them the football.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Hard running there. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Got room to work. There he goes. Smashes ahead. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown ball. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They're going back to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Buys a little time. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence of this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Looking to pass. It's Jordan. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Kept it, and he's past the marker. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fit it in the window for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the snap, it's Jordan. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Vols will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish back on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of...
Going over the top. Makes the catch on the left. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Turning it on! Past the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Robinteer!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
To throw, it's Jordan. Quickly to the tight end. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play.
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Snap to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, he's got a chance. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Powers through the defender. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
These crucial situations you practice so much. Inside of 2 minutes, they score, they win. Defensively, how do you bow your neck? You force a turnover, force the fumble, get the ball back to your offense. Go get me a few first downs. This one's over.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to run for it. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really happen? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.